everyone, how are we doing? You're most welcome to our beautiful channel. Once again, this is Coach SKT and I'm bringing to you a very amazing training today. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and then you share so that every time we are posting in a new training, you can be posted. Today we are talking about a very important training. Last time we talked about why most people fail in the business, but again now today we are going to talk about why most people lose the most money in the business. So why do you think most people keep losing most money in this kind of business, that is network marketing business? So you find that people keep losing this money simply because they never practice basic number 7. And when I talk about basic number 7, here I'm talking about following up. So you find that you as a distributor, when you become part of this business, you have to make sure that following up has to be part of you. Now the moment it's not part of you, you find that you keep losing most money in this business. Now, what is the following up by definition? Following up simply means what you say and what you do when you keep in touch with someone that joined the business. Only that, what you say and what you do. So you find that after showing someone the business, you should always be cautious of what you say with these people here or what you do together with them. Because all this that we'll be doing after the presentation is what we call what? Following up. So now you find that 98% of the people join the business after being followed up, and it's only the 2% that join the business immediately. If you get 100 and you ask them, you'll get your answer and they'll tell you it is correct. So but now, why does it happen like this? Why is it that only the 2% buy the idea immediately, like on the first encounter? And you find that these 2% who buy the idea, they are maybe your relatives, maybe your friends, maybe ready buyers. 3 categories. You find that people will always say no first time, but now find that when you keep speaking to them, then at 8% will finally join, because you have been able to create a certain level of trust in these people. Not everyone just wake up today and then you show them your business and then they jump in. Some of them will want to know you. Who is this person who is sharing the business with me? Like, you need to first create a certain level of trust. So now, when it comes to following up, there are what we call the follow-up categories. Who should you follow up? Now, there are people that you should follow up, all the categories. For example, number 1, you should be able to follow up customers. Now, when I talk about customers here, I'm talking about what? I'm talking about prospects. Of course, if at all you are not following up your customers, of course you will not have new blood in the business. People will not be part of the business. People will not buy. So you have to keep in touch with these people, minding what you say and what you do together with them. Prospects, customers. Then also another category is these active downlines. See, when you have a team and the team is thriving, you have to keep following up on your leaders. So most times people leave leaders who are active in the business and they follow up maybe on those who quit. No, but they think that maybe now since these ones are already well established and they're in the business, they can never quit. No, they also need follow up because they always go through challenges. And the moment you're following up, you're understanding them better. So you should also know that it's really very important that you keep following up your active downlines. Then also dormant downlines. Now, there are people who are dormant in the business. They signed up, they were very excited and they signed up, maybe they wanted to make the money. Yeah, but maybe you didn't set the expectations right. They had to leave the business. Maybe they were demoralized, they were demotivated, and then it's up to you to bring them back in the business. Now, the moment you bring them back in the business, it means they'll be able to continue the business again. So you need to do a follow-up on these people in order for them to come back. Maybe you need to tell them some of the changes that have happened in the company. Maybe there are new packages that have been introduced in the business. Maybe new products have been able to come, something like that. But what you have to do is following up dormant downlines. No one joined the business not to make money. They had their own reason why. So you just have to keep diving and then understanding why they left. And then also we have former downlines. Now, I don't want to call them quitters, yeah, but I will call them former downlines. People who were once part of you, but again, because of certain challenges, maybe you didn't handle them well, or maybe they were convinced and then they left and then they went elsewhere. Maybe they didn't understand the business, then they decided to go. So these are people that you should also keep following up. Now, you have to keep following up these people. You have to tell them how big the business. Maybe they went before buying into the vision. Maybe they went when the company was still very small. Maybe they went, so you have to keep following up these people. So 4 categories: customers, active downlines, dormant downlines, and then former downlines. Then from here, you'll be able to classify your customers. Of course, it's the main thing, of course, because we need people to come and keep buying. Now, what about called classification of customers? Now, when it comes to classifying customers, we shall classify them into also certain classes. Now, class number 1 is those who said no. Now, there are people who said no. You approach them, and then first time, and then someone is saying no. Me, I will not be part of your business. Now, when someone says no, the no's are classified into 2 also. What to call a concrete no and what to call a weak no. Now, a concrete no is whereby someone has said no and it is a no, and someone will not buy from you. Now, from today onwards, I've told you, you have to know that even if it's you who is selling eternal life, there are people who will never buy from you. There are businesses which people will never do. So from today onwards, you have to know that when you're into network marketing, not everybody is your customer. There are those who will say no, and it is what? And it is a no. You have to respect them for that. But then there are those who say no, and find that their no is very weak. Now, their no is very weak, maybe because they first want to see you to succeed, then they will come. There are those who say no because you have not given them enough reason to be in the business. Then those ones, when you're keeping them, when you're following them up, you're giving them reason to join you, maybe to be part of your company. Maybe you're telling them that their dreams are valid with what you're doing. That is a category of classification number 1. Then you have classification number 2, those who do not have the money. Surely, someone will say, I'm not interested, or please wait for me, simply because they don't have the money. Now, what you have to do is, you have to make sure that when someone tells you, I don't have the money, so what you have to do is, you have to make sure that you share solutions on how they can how they can raise the money. Now, this is where now you give examples of someone who in the business didn't have the money, but then you sat down with them and then they were able to raise the money, something like that. Because as networkers, we are counselors. Yeah, we are problem solvers, we are solution givers. When someone has a challenge, don't talk about money. No. How can I raise the money? There are people who are interested but never have the money. Share solutions on how they can raise the money, they will get the money and they will start. Then you have those who have no power to decide. Now, there are people who never join the business because their power of decision making lies in the hands of their partners. Maybe marriage partners, maybe husbands, maybe wives, maybe relatives. Yeah, someone cannot join the business before consulting the angle, maybe mentors, maybe pastors. Someone has a church praise somewhere, and then before doing anything, the person first have to ask the pastor. So you find that these are people who cannot make a decision, but they need to first go and ask from someone else. They have no power to decide. But now, what do you have to do with these people here? So what you do, the moment you understand that someone has no power, there are things that you will do to make them love the business, or maybe to make them join the business, maybe in the long run. Number 1, you'll have to add them on WhatsApp group. Yeah, there are, of course, I'm talking about WhatsApp group. Why? Because it's always common and easy to follow up. But if at all you can create a Facebook group or any other thing, maybe on social media, you will need to come up with that group and then you add them there. Then also, you will need to stress their pain points. People don't buy, they want to go and ask some people why, because you have not touched their wounds, you have not touched their pain points. Yeah, you have not understood what they are suffering from. Now, the moment you understand their pain points, you'll be able to address their pain points, and they become part of the business. Then you have to introduce them to your mentors. Of course, I always tell people that in business, your first mentor is your sponsor, someone who's supposed to be in the business. Now, apart from your sponsor, you have cross lines, you have mentors. Yeah. So when someone says no, maybe the person has said no, maybe you've not given this person enough information. So what you have to do is, you'll have to take this person to your coach, to your mentor, to your upline for more information. Or else, if that one doesn't happen, then you need to expose these people more and more. Exposing more and more, I mean, if at all, maybe this person here, exposing them more and more, if at all there is another presentation, you may need to invite them. You have an event, you may need to invite them. You have maybe a trip or something, you may need to invite them. Expose them more and more. Or even you have your own birthday, you have to invite them. And then after the birthday party, you can again share with them. And then this one is going to make them join the business. Otherwise, thank you so much. Let's meet again in the next training.